Hello world, I'm Jeff Hamby and this is Appealing Information. So Facebook is in the news yet again over issues with how they collect and handle people's data and information from their phones. This most recent issue doesn't deal with the Facebook app itself, but with a separate app called the Facebook Research app. Now what this app did was it paid people $20 a month or so to download it and give it complete access to their phone. And when I say complete access, I mean complete access. Facebook was monitoring people's phone calls, text messages, message apps through things like WhatsApp or Google Chat. They could read emails, they could see the pictures that were taken, pictures that were sent to people. They had access to everything. GPS data, all of it. And legally, they have not gotten in trouble about this. The reason they're in trouble is because that app violated Apple's terms of service. Apple has requirements for the apps that they sell in their app store that go beyond what are actually required by the law. And so you may be asking, how can a company or an app do something like this where they collect every piece of information possible and it still be legal? Well, the answer to that is that there's only two real requirements for an app that is collecting personal information. Requirement number one is on a federal and even international level, and that is a disclosure requirement. As long as an app has what's called a privacy policy, where they tell people who download it what information they're going to be collecting and how they're going to be using it, they can collect anything that they want. This falls under the concept of freedom to contract. Basically, it's the government saying if you want to allow an app to track your data, then they're not going to stop you. These privacy statements are usually what's contained in the terms and conditions in the click, the little thing that you have to accept whenever you download an app. Or if you go onto a website, there will usually be a little link up on the top of the page that says privacy statement. And that's where you can find their disclosures. The second requirement for an app or a company that's collecting data is based on state law in Arkansas. And that is the Arkansas Code Section 4-110-104B. You can Google that number and read the statute for yourself, but all it says is that a company has to take reasonable security procedures to guard your information, and the reasonableness is based on the nature of the information. So the more private the information that they're collecting, for example, if it's medical information or things like that, then the more careful they have to be with it. So don't stress too much about the news on the Facebook data mining. Unless you had the Facebook Research app in addition to the regular Facebook app, then this new news doesn't really apply to you. And now you'll know when you click accept on the terms of service, or when you see a little privacy policy link up at the top of the website, you probably should go look at that in order to tell what that company or that app is collecting on you. So be sure to like this post on Facebook, share it with all your friends, and help everybody to understand what the requirements are and what the law says about what apps can do with your information. I'll see you soon.